Hey everybody, it's your handsome host Helium Lemon, and welcome to Fluidity Part 5. In the interest of keeping this LP a bit authentic, I've decided to not cut out that much of my failure until later in the LP where we're, doing cleanup work, and we're cutting out traveling and maybe cutting out some failure. I want to leave in most of the failure, just to keep this a bit authentic. I don't know. It's like it used to be that it would be really entertaining to see Nintendo Capri-san or somebody get progressively more frustrated with something as he tried it over and over again. For example, whatever level it was in Castlevania, or the freaking, just anything in Donkey Kong 64, but I'm thinking of that one, the Beetle Race in Crystal Caves. Just so frustrated, and, of course that's heavily edited too, but it's these days, everybody's like, oh, it's a gaming channel and you're only gonna see the awesome moments. And everything is so edited. It's I don't even watch much of it, but I watch enough to know that people stream something on Twitch and then they just edit it down to the best moments, which is the best moments are when they're screaming or making potty humor, or it's okay. It's you can be entertaining without just screaming all the time. It's this whole Chugga Conroy, and people used to say oh, Chugga Conroy is so enthusiastic. He's a good entertainer. He's just but I remember he made people feel like they had to be overly enthusiastic, which is not everybody's style, in life, just as a general thing. Not everybody's a Chugga Conroy, a party person. Party, intellectuals. Oh, I reset the game because I was frustrated. But yeah, I'm always trying to tell people, just talking about people from church who are dudes my age, and they're yeah, we play video games, and I'm yeah, I play video games. I have a YouTube channel that nobody watches because nobody likes this kind of thing anymore. And you'd think I'd play video games, I'd be super popular, but no, nobody watches my YouTube channel. No, I get a decent amount of views on my Endless Ocean videos actually, but these don't get much views unless I just send them to friends. But yeah, he was oh well, I like to watch gameplay videos and just leave sometimes just watch them in the background while I'm working. And it's well, you can watch this in the background while you're working, and this is a gameplay video. But it's just well, people like multiplayer games. People like freaking, I don't know, PUBG or CS:GO or Among Us or League of Legends, or the list goes on and on, or Fall Guys. And it's there are still people like me out there who like games where there's a sense of progression forward. You play it, single player, and there's a succession of levels and challenges that you meet before getting to the end, and there's an end boss or something. It's in this game, first there's a mountain, and then there's a city, and then there's level 3, and then there's level 4, and it's that satisfaction of progressing and moving forward. With all those other games, you're just it's just a sports game that you're playing over and over, with with different results each time. But it's about your skill instead of about having an adventure that has a beginning and an end, like a book or a movie or something. I don't know, it's difficult to describe the way that I like classic Nintendo games, and I don't really get why people like other games Among Us or Fall Guys. But, you know, they like games that have interesting mechanics and a social aspect to them. Oh, I like how the guy on the second floor is playing a piano. The people on the... Oh, we're so close to getting that jigsaw puzzle piece. Aw, man. More construction zones downstairs, down below this page. We got down below this particular illustration, we got another cement mixer. Okay, now that person playing piano is just playing piano in the dark. Oh yeah, there's a pinball machine in Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario Sunshine, that's like a game that's always fun to watch. I feel like, you know? And like, you know, to me there are games that just have that power that are always fun to watch, like Mother 3, Super Mario Sunshine, and like, I'm not even sure. Ocarina of Time. You know, if you know what you're doing. Sometimes these games are more fun to watch if, you know, if somebody knows what they're doing going into it. Although there are, you know, there's the trend of like, oh, blind LP, and it's like, well, is that better than a person who's like, I'm gonna show you what's going down, and this is how to get all the secrets. And dude, we're so close to getting this. This is our last ball. This is kind of like I guess you would call a clutch moment right here. Ugh. Also, did you notice the mice dancing in the little caves, windows, whatever you would call them? Balconies? What are they? They're like caves, or just like little mice come out of. Alright, so we can just spam the flippers, or we can try to be smart. Looks like we're trying to be somewhat smart, but you know. Pinball is frustrating. It like, when I was playing this, like, I was actually standing, and I was like hopping around because I kept getting more and more frustrated, but I was like, I'm gonna get this. I'm very, like, stupidly stubborn when it comes to video games. Like, I'll just, like, keep trying, one more try, and I'm just like, I'm gonna get this eventually, even though I get really frustrated. I'm, like, unable to sit still, and, like, kind of sometimes have to yell a little bit to get that frustration out. Like, come on, you know. Come on, dude. One more try. This video is more than halfway over, and we're still doing pinball, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. See, I have the gift of being from the future, so I know that I'm going to get it. So I wish I had the gift of being from the future, you know, like being from the future, like after the coronavirus, because, like, you know, it's November. It's been a lifetime since March, or at least, you know, like a fifth of a lifetime, or whatever. Now people are gonna say, what do you mean a fifth? And I was like, well, I don't know, just... It's obviously not a lifetime, like... I don't know. Never mind. But it's like... You just have to hang in there, but, like, you don't know what's gonna happen once we get a vaccine. You know, we are getting a vaccine, but, like, you don't know what's gonna happen after that. And it's like, you just have to keep waiting until something. But it's like, just like, people think that we're, like, Fauci thinks that we're gonna get the vaccine in May, and that's like 6 months from now. And if you told me that, like, at the beginning that, like, this pandemic was gonna last more than a year, I would have, like, freaked out and been depressed forever. But of course, like, 1 month at a time, it's much more bearable. But it's like, I have to hang in there 6 months before we have any hope of change, and have like, you know, the weirdest Christmas ever, you know, and not to mention Thanksgiving and all this. But it's like, well, if you take it 1 month at a time, like, it's actually not that bad. Are we going down, or we're going to the right? Okay. This, okay. See, this is yeah, you can't do anything with that door. Or that switch. This is an interesting song. This is one of the kind of, like, most mellowed out songs in the game. But it's kind of like, I think it's perfect that that song plays while you're doing the pinball. And I feel like at least one of the other, like, kind of most difficult challenges in the game involves this song. And it's just kind of, it makes sense because it's kind of the thinking song. It's like, okay, this is game, you know, put your game face on and, like, really concentrate. And this song helps that. It's almost kind of like an unemotional song. It's like a test-taking song almost. And, like, people have pointed out that it sounds a lot like Jeopardy because it kind of has those first 3 notes. Da da da. Yeah. Getting more rainbow droplets, yay. City at night. It's I love how that's just like, you know, people associate a whole, like, feeling with cities at night. And that's where kind of, like, this whole vaporwave thing comes from. It's kind of like this weird, it's like peace, but it's almost like you're numbed out. And you're numbed out to the capitalist society around you. I don't know. I'm starting to feel weird about, like, America and capitalism, and I don't know, I just want to travel a little bit, learn about how other places do things, because, like, you know, I have a bit of Scandinavian blood in me, and, like, people are always talking about, well, Scandinavian people are so happy, and just, like, yeah, I'm curious as to not just Scandinavia, but, like, how all the European countries do things. I heard a thing. Yeah, that's a thing. So hang on. I heard the wall, like, chip a little bit. Okay, we can't do anything with that yet. We can try to, like, get, like, a double jump and be cool, but... Okay, now here I was trying to get up there, but that proved to be... I have proved to have a sufficiently difficult time actually getting up there. So I was like, well, would it be better to kind of, like, whoop, you know, use the momentum from the raft, because, like, I was, the ramp, because I was, like, not going far enough over to the right, and just, I would slam into the ceiling and my momentum would just stop. I was like, come on, I just want to get up there, because that's the only way to get up there. So I was like, well, let me try just going back up and then going over. But then somehow I went over to the right. It, like, sprung me over to the right. It had, like, a right dimension, a rightward vector. I don't know what I'm saying. An easterly wind, a westerly wind, westerly market, Western beef. Gosh, I want to meet somebody who shops at Western beef. That would be fun. I actually have a cousin who's, like, younger than me, but he has a job working at a Publix in Florida. You know, it's just like one of those grocery stores that's like, oh, that's interesting. You guys have different grocery stores over there in Florida than we do here in New York. And, like, me living in a city, like, I'm even more unaware of what different people shop at, because, like, when I think shopping, I think Food Emporium and CVS, and, you know, and then I travel to, like, Virginia and someplace, and they have a Food Lion. I'm like, okay, the Food Lion, or like a Walmart or something. And there are no Walmarts in New York City. And like, somebody might hear that and like, wow, you're missing out, man. You don't have a Walmart. And I just laugh. Because, you know, that same person would say you're missing out because you don't have a car. And I would just laugh. Because you don't know how my life really works, do you? This suddenly got very serious. I don't know. Am I having a problem? Am I being too serious in some of these videos? I feel like, I don't know. I'm having this like you know, I'm 21 and I'm just kind of going through a bit of a Jean-Paul Sartre fit. No, not quite. But you know, just like that kind of depressed philosopher who smokes a cigar or a cigarette or whatever. I'm having a depressed French philosopher phase. Not quite. I'm not quite reading depressing French philosophy, but I'm still, you know, I'm 21 and finishing college and just like, I don't know. Oh, smash right into the lava. That's pretty funny. I don't know. When I was like 15 doing these videos, I was like, yeah, like there was this movie that I just watched and it was great, and you know, I have this class that I'm taking and it's a lot of work, but it's pretty great, I think. I like my teacher. Whatever. Life changes, but these video games don't, and we can always come back to them and relive our memories of playing them and just find comfort in these games from our childhood, or new games, or whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you will stick around for the next episode for more shenanigans. Goodbye.